So Shnerdcast here, episode 54.
Holy crap, it's 54? It felt like just the other day it was 45.
Alright.
That's crazy.
Back here at the Colt Cannon pad.
Yeah.
The Colt pad.
Where everybody goes and drinks the Kool-Aid. Just like the color of my hair.
I was about to say Josh is drinking the Kool-Aid. No shit.
Hey, I'm like, everybody should get a sip of this. Nobody's listening.
Oh man, but we're here. 2021.
Yeah, crazy.
It's hard for me to say that. People
It
say
keeps-
2021.
So I know. But every year I realize I do that. Where
Yeah.
like I always go the last year, it gets stuck in my head from saying it for so long.
Exactly.
And after 2020, we'll probably be saying it until 2022.
For real, dude. For real, man. But I know we talked about it a little bit off camera, but how was your Xmas and your New Year's?
Oh, it was dope, dude. What about you?
It was pretty good. Just kicked it with a girl. I made oxtail for New Year's.
Ooh, how'd that come out?
Turned out pretty good. Kind of messed up though. Kind of burnt it.
Did you?
Yeah, left in the pot let it get too hot. But,
Oh yeah, so it's one of those type of proteins where
Yeah.
just right.
I made it
kinda
a little
thing.
differently too, because I usually just kind of like crock pot it on the stove, but this time I made like a stew.
Now that
So
I think about it, I don't think I've ever made oxtail. I just have seen it made.
Well, sadly, it's fucking expensive now.
Is it?
It was
I've never
Just
even
for
looked.
one pack, for a pack that's like a pound, 2 pounds, it was $40. I bought 3 of them, and I spent like $100 on all of them.
You're like, oops.
Yeah, you know what's it was worth it.
Hell yeah, it is. Food is always almost worth it.
Oops.
Yeah, dude. I have oops moments a lot.
But what's hilarious is last year I remember that stuff was flying off the shelves. I had to wait for them to bring out more, and this year
That was like
it's just pretty much like the tailbone, like kind of like the tail.
no. I mean that's just they were flying off the shelves. You said,
Last year, yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of like how it was this year, just with. But it's always that kind of stuff always happens with like those weird like meat cuts. You ever notice that, especially during things when things get crazy? Everybody's like, "There'll never be another filet mignon." I have to get all of them, especially when they're Walmart versions of them.
I don't know if I ever had.
A Walmart
I
filet
ever
mignon.
had or want Walmart filet.
They're not exactly very good. They usually wrap them in bacon to hide the shit quality of the meat.
Oof,
Yeah,
bacon.
Yeah,
Oh man.
they'll wrap it in bacon, and it's like makes this basic like blubber of meat. It's not a good representation of a filet mignon.
I don't think I've ever had like a real one besides one like a store bought one.
I've had good ones from the grocery store. Target got really good grocery sections. I mean, most of their stores now, for whatever reason, like artisan stuff. And I'm always like, I always notice they have good cuts of meats, tenderloins. I
hardly go there, so I never know.
Yeah, they're expensive though.
Yeah.
Target is expensive groceries, but they have good quality groceries at most of their stores.
You know what's hilarious is I just discovered the meat market at at stores at like the butcher at stores.
Oh yeah.
Like I never really went there. Like I
Yeah.
usually just buy them in the meat section, but it's pretty dope. I feel like an idiot that I'm just finding out about this, but
One of these days when you come down, I'll take you up to one of the butcher in at the grocery store, because there's two like basically next to each other right
Yeah.
there. The butcher that's an actual just butcher, they're legit. Like
Yeah.
their shit's nice. You come in, there is a section back there where they're butchering, but they keep those doors open because it's like clean. Like it looks nice. You do see them do their meat thing, but it's not just fucked up, you know. However, the grocery store,
they're already dead, right?
Yeah, but down the street, the grocery store, they're smaller. Their butcher is not an entire store. It's just a portion of the grocery store, like you're talking about the meat market,
Yeah.
right? Except they're low-key grocery store. And,
Okay.
yeah, they kind of let some things slide.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Man, yeah. I need to go to, but there's one in Roseville that I want to check out, so I definitely want to check that one out. So I know you've been streaming. We haven't talked about that much. How's streaming going?
Oh, it's going to be slow. It's going to be like when you first started YouTube.
Yeah.
That's how it's been for me.
I watched
at
some of your
least.
streams. I saw the indie games and the.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. All the indie, when I was streaming a bunch of indie games. The only thing that's lame is the camera that works consistently is the one that goes dark. So if you watch my footage and it's really dark in here, in reality, these lights are on and it's not dark in here.
It honestly looks good from what I've seen.
Some of them do, some of them don't. Because
Gotcha.
remember that
Sometimes
camera?
Just,
But yeah, it's not bad. And then with the new headset and stuff, the audio is actually not terrible. So like it's fun, but it's slow build up, like followers and viewers and stuff like that, and learning what works and what doesn't. I thought just streaming games was enough, but the other day I seen somebody opening up a $10,000 Pokemon card, and I thought, wow, I better step it up.
Yeah, they do like podcasts on there too or something.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about.
That's what I want to do. Yeah, that's what I want. But
I don't know if it was podcast,
but what I want to do is I want to record one of these, right? While we stream on Twitch and stream on the stereo app for audio only. All simultaneously, all three. And then you get 3 different perspectives of the same podcast. The YouTube version would be the clean and polished one, but the Twitch one would be the gamer version. You get all the behind the scenes shit.
Dude, hell yes.
I want to do it. And then the stereo app is just audio. It's new. But I see all like some of Joe Rogan's lower comedian friends who have podcasts.
They're on there.
Like Ari Shaffir.
Shafir.
He talked about it once on something. I don't even know how it popped up because I don't really watch that podcast. He must have talked about it like on Legions of the Skanks or something like that.
Legion of Skanks.
That's one of their groups. But it's like an app where you just basically can call people and they podcast it, and they do weekly competitions for like the most viewers get a prize and everything.
Ooh, dude, that'd be sick.
So I recommend, don't be afraid to take that idea and run with it. To anybody listening, take that idea and do multiple things at once. It's called stereo. I'll show you.
I feel like we're doing a commercial.
I haven't got to use it yet like I wanted to, because I found out it was just audio, and I was like, yo, this might be a workaround. Instead of waiting to get my stuff on Spotify via distribution or like Apple and stuff like that, I could just, one version of the podcast is audio only, and it's only available exclusive to say like stereo, and then taking that audio, you can put it anywhere you want. So the Twitch thing has been fun. It's cool. It's cool. It's just it makes me want to do more, is what I'm trying to say.
I want to start, since the new Dragon Ball Z characters, I don't know if you heard about that, they're making a Gogeta and Baby Vegeta from GT.
For the
for Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Because I feel like that's a game that'd be popular to kind of stream, especially on the day of release. It's funny, I wasn't going to buy Season 3, but now that those characters are coming out, I'm probably going to buy Season 3.
Wait, so what is that? Because that's the Fighters game?
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Do you still play Kakarot, or no?
I was going to install it the other day, but I just...
Okay, so it's not even installed.
No.
No, okay. There are a couple games, by the way, later that I want to show you, just to see what your opinion is on them, just to get your opinion before you dip. I didn't know. That's so dope. So which characters were they adding in Season 3? Can you say it again? I'm sorry.
For GT, Baby Vegeta. I don't know if you
really? I didn't ever watch GT. I didn't like it, but I know who Baby... I seen when I looked up the evolutions of characters when I was watching them.
That was one of them?
Yeah, they showed the Baby Vegeta. They showed the Baby Goku and then they told a little bit of the story.
Kid Goku.
Kid Goku.
I like that, Baby Goku.
Yeah,
Dear 6-ounce Baby Goku.
And he'll still Kamehameha your balls.
I know, right? I mean, if you watch the Japanese version, you can see his little dick and balls there.
Dude, that's the one I seen, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Am I going to go to jail right now? This shit was fucked
And I'm watching this illegally?
No, I wasn't.
But I think that's one of the things I'm going to try to stream pretty soon. I've only streamed a couple games.
I'll definitely watch that. You're on Twitch, right?
It's actually on my Shul account, but I have the name Shnerdcast for that account. So
do you? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna check it out because I didn't even see you post anything, or you need to link me for it.
Yeah, I'll probably. I barely used it. I streamed for like 2 hours playing Paladins one night.
Dude, I've done like 30 hours so far.
Dude, so you're almost there to get that?
No, dude, not even close. I still need like
50 followers.
I need 47 more followers.
Oh my god.
And like 0.8 or like 8.3 something.
Do you post it on your Instagram?
Have I? No, not yet, because it's just something I do for fun right now. Like, I'm just kind of like, I don't have any really high hopes for it. It's just something that I already play a lot of video games.
Might as well try.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with my own podcast. It's kind of like, Well, I already talk about movies. Which if you're I have a subject for my podcast that we'll do for sure for my podcast, but I have an idea for something we could talk about on here that you'll probably want to get to later, I bet.
What?
The WW84 thing.
Oh yeah, okay. Dude.
You already have something in there, right?
Well, we can talk about it right now. You want?
Yeah, because we're gonna do it on my podcast too, and it'll be a spoilers version also. So we'll get two different versions of the same thing, and I'm sure we'll say the same thing.
So
we already talked about it a little bit.
So, I guess what happened with that? Like, what were they trying to do with that?
So all right, let's just not try to go in order because that never serves us good.
Okay.
Let's just start off with how hokey, like what's a good word, like hokey pokey the beginning was with the saving scenes and like the corny music.
80s vibe.
Yeah,
the super 80s. Like,
but hold on, let's not shit all over the 80s. Like, let's just say like they took like certain elements and then they said, oh, cringe level maximum. Like, yeah, it was very strange, dude.
And they kind of contradicted themselves because didn't in like Superman versus Batman or something like that when she appeared, and she's like, I haven't worn my Wonder Woman suit in like 100 years or some shit, and there she is in the 80s. Like, I saw something where somebody reviewed it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then she's like strutting around in her Wonder Woman suit.
Yeah, dude. But all in all, that movie, everybody's like, I like it better than the first, and I don't know a way to say a bigger fuck you to the first movie than to say that, because the first movie I can watch.
Right.
Like, I'll never watch 84 again. Dude. Ever. That movie was terribleness. Like, at least if you're gonna be like, oh, start to finish it was garbage, really? No, I would say like 65% of that movie was ass.
Yeah. I didn't like. I think they kind of had like the Spider-Man 3 effect where they had too many things bouncing around. Like, it had Wonder Woman's
Spider-Man 3 effect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good wording. Yeah.
It had Wonder Woman's emotions with her own conflicts. Had Kristen Wiig's conflicts or Cheetah's conflicts, and then that whatever the shady salesman conflict. Like, they all had their own things going on, and they were trying to like mix. It was too much juggling, I would say.
There was so much unnecessariness in that movie that we could have done without. Like, dude, I love that main character, the villain, Maxwell, whatever.
Yeah,
you know who he is?
Yeah.
Who that actor is?
He's from, I don't know, but I just know because my family watches the Star Wars one on
Mandalorian. Yeah, he's the Mandalorian. Yeah. And he's an amazing actor. By the way.
That's what they were saying. That's all they were saying.
Holy
oh my
shit,
God.
he really
They're all
is.
making jokes. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, because if you watch the Mandalorian, anytime there's only been like 3 times you see his face, or 2 times in both seasons. So like all together, you only see it once or twice or something. He does not look like that. No, dog. Like, nah, dude. It was crazy when I didn't know. Yeah. Until after I watched it, and I was like, wait, is that the Mandalorian? And I fucking realized it was. But, that movie was a lot like our review, just all over the place with just hokey-pokey, cliche, cringy stuff that was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what do you... Like, well, what's the point of this story? And then, hold on. How confused were you about the story of Chris Pine and like Chris Pine's character coming back, and it was like, and then all of a sudden Cheetah had powers, and was kicking the shit out of Wonder Woman, and we're like, wait, she's like Wonder Woman's part God.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
What the fuck is going on here? Like,
it's funny because the person I watch, I think he's called like the Drunk Critic or something like that. He's a funny guy to watch, but he definitely has a persona. But he was like, what the fuck? Like, this is the woman that fucking is able to take a headbutt from Superman, and she's over here getting smacked around by a little pussy or some shit.
Bro. And then, like, oh, dude, I was so confused about so much of that movie. But it's crazy. What I'm really confused about is how so many people liked it, and Warner Brothers greenlit a 3rd movie right away. I was like,
yeah.
So, like, I don't know, man.
It's like halfway. It's like, for me, it was probably like a 5 out of 10. But
That's being generous.
Yeah.
No, well, don't get me wrong, though. It had dope parts.
It did.
Yeah, like, she basically... We're spoilers, right? We said basically?
Yeah, spoilers.
Dude, when she learns to fly.
Yeah.
Fly. Like, that scene was pretty cool. Like, but
it
not great.
It kind of defeated the whole invisible jet purpose, too. That was just like, okay, what was the point of that? So you can make things invisible now?
Dude, all I know, dude, is the Family Guy episode of her shitting on the plane. That's all I could think about.
You didn't wash your hands.
Yeah, I was like, oh, man, it's the invisible jet and she's pooing.
That's actually a great... That's when Family Guy was at its best.
Yeah, at its best. Yeah, did you like how Cheetah looked?
So I think Cheetah looked alright. It looked kind of funky. The CG was kind of funky.
And more than just Cheetah too. Let's be like.
I have a big problem with them casting Kristen Wiig too as Cheetah.
You don't like her?
No, okay. So I talked about this with Keith a little bit about Cheetah or like Kristen Wiig in general, but I just feel like she's so that same persona. You know what I mean? Like she's always that shy, ugly, like nobody likes me girl.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
I
wonder. The hot chick.
I wonder if her acting is that bad, or if she's typecasted.
She could be a bit. I mean, she was good in MacGruber. She was good in Bridesmaids.
Yeah, Bridesmaids. I like her in that.
I haven't seen anything honestly recently with her in it.
I can't name names with her off of the bat. Just like you name more than I could. I just know Bridesmaids, and I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
She was funny in that. That movie was funny.
Oh, that whole movie is funny. That's a good movie.
That's how you make a movie without trying to be woke.
Yo, for real, dude. Yo, okay, so like on that subject of woke with Wonder Woman, there was a lot of things in there that there were funny things too. There were some funny parts, but like my example of like when I asked how you thought Cheetah looked. And I was like, oh, she's not the only bad CGI in that movie. Yo, at first, when she was lassoing the Thunderbolts, I was like, this shit's got me fucked up. I was like, it wasn't until she started to look like she was flying that I was like, that's cool. But, like, I didn't like the Thunderbolt lassoing with the lasso of truth.
Yeah, there's a lot of unexplained things of how, like, what happened. And then a lot of things are just kind of left.
Yeah, dude. And Maxwell's powers still are, like...
Yeah,
ridiculous. Yeah, like, and I don't know.
So one of the things is like, how would half the world know what he's saying?
I just didn't get what my thing was. That technology, right? Why did he stand up in the light and then all of a sudden he could hear everybody?
Yeah,
I didn't get that. I was like,
your wish is granted.
Yeah, he just was yelling it. Your wish is my command, and and I'll take this and this, and I was like. What?
For your youth and like vitality or some shit.
Oh my! Oh, it was partially like heroic. It was just terrible.
And then the wishes, some of those wishes was kind of like the Thanos thing, where it's like, well, why don't you just double everything's resources? Where it's like, well, instead of wishing for more nukes than them, why don't you just wish away their nukes?
Yeah.
Or just have nobody have nukes at all.
I just don't understand why. Like at one point, Wonder Woman was like, "I wish for all this to be undone."
Oh yeah,
that was like, and he would be like,
"I repent my wish." Or
yeah, like she had once. Instead at one point she goes, "I withdraw my wish." Or some shit, whatever she said. Like yeah.
So fucking yeah. So what do you think they're gonna be doing with the franchise? Because we still have to wait for the Zack Snyder, right?
Yeah, Justice League. Yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Which I'm not as excited about as I originally was, but. Nevertheless, I think that their plan for Wonder Woman 3 is going to be what Captain America's Civil War did, where they are going to bring in a couple heroes now.
Probably.
Because I think that's the only thing the Wonder Woman series hasn't done is bring in other real, like, big DC heroes.
Well, they kind of put everything on halt, too, with, like, Aquaman and Flash. Like, they can't do anything with them because they're trying to do this Justice League thing, and... They're kind of just like, oh well, let's do this first. It kind of feels like,
dude, the Wonder Woman stuff is.
I thought that was going to do something a little different, honestly.
I wasn't a fan of the first one until I watched it. Like, I think I watched it twice, and the second time I got to see it in really like good quality, and I was like, yo, she killed it. Like, she's Wonder Woman now. Like, I want to see more of her.
You also got to keep in mind this movie was delayed 2 years or a year, like a full year.
I know they got like what was it? 6 pushbacks for date release. It was ridiculous.
It was supposed to be released at the end of like October of last year, and then they pushed it to like it was supposed to be the beginning of 2020, and then they pushed it before COVID. They pushed it. And then COVID happened, and they just kept on pushing it and doing retakes.
But I just think we're going to see more heroes in Wonder Woman 3. And I think that DC may plan on sticking with HBO Max because it seems like their best HBO Max is really fucking killing it. Like,
yes.
Dude, they're easily... I had taken advantage of their trial because I had never checked it out. I just know what movies they get, and I never checked it out. Not only is their app clean... Like, it's super easy to use. Like, I hate to be that guy, but it is so...
It is. It's really...
The interface is awesome. Like, it's smooth.
Very good.
And it's easy to find movies. It's simple. Yeah. Like, it's super simple. It doesn't overload you with a million titles.
For real.
And all the stuff they have is really pretty decent in reality. All good movies. But if they're going to get all... Yeah, if they're going to get all if the next Wonder Woman is banking on going through HBO Max again, then they're probably going to do pretty decent again.
I think, honestly, that saved them. Could you imagine? Because everybody already had HBO Max. And nobody took a risk going to, drive to see the movie and paying, like, $10 or whatever.
Yo, for real, bro. Like,
so I think... That's why. Maybe that's why some of the people were cool with it. Because they're like, it's cool for a free movie.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But you could only...
For the casuals.
Wait. Could you watch it on HBO Max free? I thought they had to buy it. I thought users had to buy it.
We didn't.
You didn't have to buy it?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, then you know best. Okay, I didn't, because I didn't watch it that way.
It came out, I think, because when it came out, like, everybody, I told them, I was like, I think Wonder Woman just came out today or, like, a couple days ago on Christmas. I think it came out on Christmas around that time, and,
oh, yeah, that's right.
And then
it was kind of like an
people were like, what? Oh, yeah, like, Wonder Woman's out. Like, nobody remembered. So I think that's what happened. Like, it came out, it was out for a couple days, and people were like,
people surged on it. Yeah, I think you're right. They definitely, the results for the first day were better than we're thinking, though, because it got greenlit for number 3. So, like, I'm curious, but I'm just saying that number 2 wasn't my favorite. Number 1 so far has been my favorite. And, like, it's still easy to, like, do a great movie at number 3. It's just I won't think of number 2, like, there was just too many cringy things.
Yeah.
The cheetah fight, the beginning
Which is
intro
really short.
scene.
It was like 3 minutes.
Yeah. The beginning intro scene reminded me of what the 80s or 70s television show looked like of Wonder Woman, where it's just ridiculous.
Which... By the way, the ending. Okay, so you remember how she was like, the armor was for the
gold for that girl,
the original,
that,
like, sacrificed herself, like
at the
Jesus
end you see her.
Shit. Yeah, and then you know who that is?
That's that girl that wears the address. Oh, who the actress is?
No, she's the original OG.
Yeah, that's the one that she in the beginning of the movie. She's telling the legend of the. I don't remember her name.
No, like from the 70s.
That's the original Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she's the original Wonder Woman.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's badass.
Yeah,
trivia.
What's hilarious is I was like, I hella said that, and they're like, no, that's not her. That's not her. My sister, my brother, like, that's not her. And I researched it, and I was like, it is her.
Yeah, hell yeah, good call.
It looked like her. I was like, damn, that looks like that fucking.
Because the bad bitch that used to play Wonder Woman.
Because I used to get like super chubbed up to this fucking picture of her when she's the tattooed Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody made her, like, all tatted up. I was like,
spank it to that girl.
I was like, oh, that's my warm-up picture.
It's not the finished picture, but that's the warm-up picture.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Every guy knows what I'm talking about.
Everybody does.
Well, yeah, so we'll see what they could do with DC, dude. I'm kind of curious, because they have the Suicide Squad that's coming out.
I'm not at all excited about that.
And they're really hoping that this one takes over. Like, they're really...
Dude.
They have, like, 12 people in this.
They were talking about Polka Dot Man. And I'm talking, like, the worst DC characters. And, like, I seen an image of, like, King Shark in there looking, like, funky. I just... The CGI for the first draft of King Shark, I was like, this is a Sonic the Hedgehog all over again.
Jeez.
Like... I don't know. I don't know. Are you excited about it?
Not Suicide Squad. Fucking. There's a whole movie. I mean, I am curious to see what they're gonna do because I do like the Isaac Circ or what's his the black dude that's now Deadshot that replaced Will Smith.
Oh,
the British dude.
I forget his name.
Yeah, but that dude, he's a legit actor. He's fucking beast. Are
you talking about Idris Elba?
Yeah, he has a weird ass name.
Yeah, I think that's how you say, or something. That's his name, but I may be not saying it correctly. But that's
we're
the
butchering
name you're talking about. Yeah,
but
it's like Idras and then Elba. Yeah, which
like Idris. You're right. Yeah, Idris.
Yeah, it's weird.
Definitely weird.
But it's a cool name. He is an amazing actor. Phenomenal actor. He's one of my top new favorite. Well, not new because he's really not. He's an older guy, but I like a lot of his newer films that he participates in. Minus, I think he was in a Fast and the Furious, and I just didn't care for that movie. But he was good in it.
You ever seen the movie Rock and Roller?
Rock and Roller?
Yeah,
I have seen that movie. That's a UK movie. That's just
great movie.
Yeah, dude, that's a movie you gotta watch before you die.
For real, it's a great movie.
That's one of the UK movies I think that's pretty beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But DC, man, fucking, they're what else do they got? They don't really have because they just Birds of Prey did horrible.
Well, they got they got Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out, which I'm no longer excited about because it's gonna be like 4 fucking movies. It's gonna be
it's 4 sections.
Yeah, it's like 4 1-hour episodes or something like that. They're trying to do it like how Netflix did Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, okay.
And then they also have The Flash, which is on hold basically. I don't know about Aquaman, Wonder Woman 3 now.
Well, I know everything is just like.
I don't think we'll ever get a Man of Steel 2.
Yeah, do we even know who? Do we already have a new Superman for them or no?
Because everybody is working. It's like they're waiting.
I feel like they are, but they do have, I guess, a little bright light, which could be cool. Is Shazam, the one with the Rock?
Oh, Shazam, yeah, and Black Adam. Yeah. Black Adam.
With Shazam, though, you got to remember it's his whole family that could turn.
Oh God.
We're talking about DC and everything. Let's talk about what brought this whole thing together. Some Marvel.
Yeah. All right.
We were supposed to have WandaVision by now, but that got delayed. That's some setbacks. They got a lot of setbacks, and what's weird is nobody's talking about it.
Yeah,
hasn't been any news since Endgame.
I think that they know that they can get away with it because they announced so much shit recently. Disney and Marvel announced. Come on.
Yeah. The only things we're gonna be getting anyways from Disney and Marvel is the TV shows, the Disney Plus shows like Loki.
Yeah, Loki. They did so maybe WandaVision later on. Hawkeye, yeah. And then the Captain America or Falcon.
Falcon and Captain America, yeah.
Yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. What are they gonna do with that?
I'm not gonna watch any of it. I don't care about any of that.
It's crazy, right?
I'm gonna watch WandaVision because WandaVision's a good idea. It's a real legit
different realities and stuff. It might because we're supposed to.
And low key, I might check out.
I heard he's gonna be visiting so many different realities that they're gonna find the female Loki.
Well, that makes sense because they have Thor coming out, which
it's gonna be
the female Thor,
Natalie Portman.
Yep. Natalie can't act with the shit, man.
God, it's gonna look so Natalie Portman's gonna be swinging the Thor's hammer, bro. Lightning!
Yeah. Dude, wait, was it South Park that did the pilgrims and the thing? This is so bad, dude.
I don't know why nobody talks about that more.
Dude, because it's very offensive. They got away with it by
no.
Dude, barely. They barely
by
got away
a couple years. Yeah, dude, that shit was fucking hilarious.
She's like, no.
What? It's for
open your portal for me, Natalie. By the gods of Odin, son. Oh, God. Shit, that's horrible.
You saw the pandemic special too, the little
dude. That's so funny, dude. I love that episode.
He started jerking off and all the spoilers.
I know, dude. He's like, "This is the cure. I found the cure for Kevin." Yes, there's their whole thing. I thought when they first did it, because I heard about it the week it came out, I remember, and I was like, that's lame. Why are they just making it sound like they made an episode about the pandemic when they're just reusing old episodes? Because I thought they were reusing old episodes.
No, because I remember I heard about that too, because I looked for it, I researched it, and they're like, yeah, new episode, but it's like it's not on Hulu, it's not on fucking
it was on like HBO
Netflix.
Max, I think, is when I watched it.
It's not on demand.
That shit was so funny. I was like, yo, this is like, we got another movie. Like
Fucked a bat.
I know, bro. He's like, dude, and then, oh my god, I might rewatch that tonight because I just am remembering all him continuously having flashbacks.
So stupid, and so
he
funny.
like gets out like barely of the situation, and then they'll be like, but then there was the bat, and he'll be like, you know,
he's like, oh, fuck.
He's like, but then there was that time in '89. And he keeps realizing that he's like in every possible reality, Randy Marsh has started COVID.
He's pretty much the main character of the show now, right?
Yeah, because of integrity, fam. Integrity.
Where's your integrity?
Where's your integrity? Dude, you know where the show got me back? I can name it. Is when South Park like hooked me again, because just like with Family Guy, you kind of fall off with South Park. Like,
I kind of fell off.
We've seen all the seasons and episodes, but there's ones we prefer. Both of us, I'm sure. For me, was him snapping Winnie the Pooh's neck. I was like, I never thought they'd go like hella hard like that, bro. I was like, holy shit, dude, he just killed Pooh. Like, and then like it came back to in that episode, I think, of the COVID one, the coronavirus, the pandemic special, where they're like, they blame it on the bear and him. It was something like honey and bear blood and semen got mixed or something like that.
He's like, and then the ending was hilarious, where she had a mustache and he was like gonna tell her that he's like, I failed, I didn't mean to, and then he's like, oh, kind of making it seem that this is gonna continue.
Yo, that's so fucking funny. I hope they continue doing stuff, because South Park kind of just gave no fucks.
Which I'm glad. We need that. It's time.
Yeah, we do. It's dope.
The Eternals.
Oh yeah.
Any thoughts on that? Because I know we haven't got anything in like fucking since November of 2018.
I don't know if
like if January.
I don't know if we're gonna. I'm not gonna overhype Marvel stuff, because of the same reason I'm not gonna overhype DC's Zack Snyder's Justice League anymore. Because at first I was really excited, and then I kept watching stuff and realizing this is not gonna fly. I think that people, even if it's good, are gonna hate it, and just because they love to hate.
So you watched The Mandalorian?
All of it, yeah.
So what's up with them like retconning the fuck out of everything? I heard.
What do you mean? Like, how do you mean?
Like Boba Fett and Luke Skywalker.
Oh yeah, dude, Boba's in there, and then Luke Skywalker's in there. But Mark Hamill played Luke Skywalker. They just digitally rendered his face to look younger.
Okay.
The Mandalorian is 5 or 6 years. It's like 5 or 6 years after the last original movie. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Like after the original 3, the last one, it's after that.
So did they like completely change everything? Because I could have sworn the Mandalorian at first was supposed to be like 1,000 years before, or like 500 years before.
I think that they did that to fuck people's heads, and everybody assumed that
Baby Yoda was Baby Yoda,
and it wasn't. It was Grogu. Grogu.
I am
Grogu.
I am Groot. Fucking Disney.
So I don't know. I liked it. I was blown away. I think that The Mandalorian is better than the new movies, to be honest with you.
And then weren't they setting up? They were setting up Rogue One 2 or some shit.
They're doing a sequel to, I think, Rogue One.
God, they really don't want this franchise to end, huh? They just want to keep on.
Dude. And you know what sucks? Is just imagine, because they're not even dropping the main character stories yet. Like, wait until they're like an Anakin Skywalker or a Darth Vader series, which Anakin's going to show up in the Obi-Wan series. You remember the guy Kristen Haydenson who played Anakin? He's gonna be in the Obi-Wan series with
So they're trying to reel everybody in, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I think that they took this universe and they were like, And they were like, so which character should we do? We could probably do this one, and people like it. And that evil little mouse looked up and was like, all of them. Make all of them individual shows.
To be fair, they probably have hundreds of thousands of hours of material that they could just work off of, because there's so many books and movies and comics and games and all these stuff that are still considered part of the universe.
Yeah, like I said, dude. That Mandalorian second season is by far better than all three of the new movies. Like,
so you're telling me it's not worth? Don't get mad at Baby Yoda, because it's not Baby Yoda. Even though they marketed the fuck out of Baby Yoda.
Yes, they did. But the thing is, that's hella lame. Oh man, just to be honest, that's just lame on their part. But you know what I mean? They did it on purpose. So if you do end up watching, because you haven't watched it, I'm guessing. No. If you do end up watching it or ever desire to watch it, because you may not want to watch that fucking shit at all, you know. But if you ever do, keep that in mind, that you don't have to go off that initial hype of how they misled people.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Baby Yoda, and we found that out. It took forever, but it felt like the moment that season aired, the next day Luke Skywalker was in everybody's post, and I was like,
I remember that,
bro. You guys already ruined this shit for me. Like, what the fuck?
Because I thought that was the whole thing. Like, that's why I wasn't interested in watching it, because I was like, this is just basically the Baby Yoda series. Because if it's Baby Yoda, I know he's gonna survive. So everything
you gotta think though, why would it be Baby Yoda and young Luke? That doesn't make any sense.
The first season, though, from the first season,
it's 1,000 years before.
And then
hence when you thought they retconned everything.
And but then and then the second season came out, and then all of a sudden I'd like hear Luke Skywalker's, and I was like, what the fuck? So is this Baby Yoda and Luke Skywalker?
Yeah, it's misleading as fuck.
Yeah.
Hella lame too, but I like the show a lot. I think it is better than the new ones. I just finished that Mandalorian, and it made me want to rewatch the 3 new movies and be like, I kind of want to like critique these now, because I'm like, how did this TV show do so much better than you guys? Like, we got such a baby dick Luke Skywalker.
Dude.
Like, he was such a baby dick. Like, me and you, I remember when we went to go see that, right? Because me and you seen
the first one in theaters.
Force Awakens.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Force Awakens.
Me and you kept talking about that. Like, we hoped Luke showed up.
He didn't at all, right? It was just flashbacks. He just
showed up and he was like,
"Oh yeah."
He gave that very gay look to him. It was like he had a stroke.
He was like fucking sucking on the cow titty milk. He's like, "What?"
He's like, dude, that's so bad.
It would have been cooler if they were flying and all of a sudden from space they just get drugged down and slammed down. And he's like, "Who are you?"
Were coming.
Right? What took you so long?
What took you so long? My lightsaber's over there. Go get it, Padawan. And then he starts training her. That was the natural.
She's like, what? He's like,
Yo,
don't talk back.
That was what was cool in Mandalorian. Big spoiler alert, but we got to see Luke force choke one of the robots.
Sweet.
Yeah, he literally stops and he's
the dark side.
Oh, it was pretty dope. You got to see a lot of. You could tell that that's Darth Vader's son based on the way he carries himself. He comes in with the dark robe over his head, like. It was epic as fuck.
The last original, so episode 6, episode 6, when he fights Darth Vader in front of, he's like all dressed in black. Luke versus Darth Vader in the last original Star Wars, the old school one. You know what I mean? So he's dressed in all black with the green lightsaber. So that right there lets you know he kind of embraced part of the dark side.
Well, yeah, and then one thing that they haven't really gotten into, which this was one of the reasons that the 3 new movies was so lame, was Kylo Ren could have been an amazing character. And they like really butchered it, because I think the story that they were trying to tell, which people will say online is what they were saying, but I'm like, it was just so poorly told, is that he is one of those Force users that teeter-totters on both sides of the Force. So therefore he's a middle. He does not have any ground to the Jedi. He should not be a Sith. He's supposed to just be down the middle.
Like Han Solo.
Yeah, like
I'm just kidding.
I don't know any. I'm not that much of a
Han fan
of a Star Wars fan to be able to name the right ones that are like that.
Actually, I don't know either.
Yeah, I'm not big like the ones that are real fans. But from what I know, when I watch it, I'm like, yo, why did they take 3 movies to tell he basically doesn't want to be good or bad? This guy's just a big pussy.
I kind of feel like he should have just went super evil and just fucking done some dark ass shit.
First time we watched it, and he went berserk, and me and you were like, "Yo!" Like
I guess,
was one of the.
Did you watch the second movie?
I watched all of them.
You watched all of them?
Yeah.
I guess he kind of does flesh out that temper more, but
no, yeah, but it's not. He gets put in his place repeatedly in that movie.
Yeah,
like, and it's very like.
I didn't watch all of them. I only watched the first one. It felt like everybody kind of was like split on the second, and then the third one came out, and people were like.
The third one felt like an Avengers movie because there's a giant spaceship. Like everybody on the rebel side comes and it's like everybody in the galaxy. But if you're not even interested in watching it, I suggest going on YouTube and trying to find the Emperor fight scene because that was actually CGI wise was like
pretty good.
Yeah, because it looked like the Emperor from the original movie, where he at the end he gets thrown off by Darth Vader, and Darth Vader, and he spins. For some reason, he's perfectly spinning like a clock.
What if he just turns around and uses lightning force to come back up?
Dude, apparently that's what he did, or something, because he survived a drop from space to the planet, like, or something. I don't know.
He had unlimited power, so.
Bro, you got me fucked up. You just quoted Aladdin, Genie, unlimited cosmic power. That's what I think about every time I see the Emperor, though. It made me laugh when you said that line. Because that's what I think. Anyways.
So did the Emperor really fuck somebody? Or he just...
Well, he had to, because that was because Rey was his granddaughter.
He must have been like hella horny and been like, "You will suck my dick."
Dude, the best power ever, bro. No, I think that... God, dude, I really like that fight scene at the end. That's the only reason that I can't completely hate on it. But then the battle scene between all the ships was like, the Avengers.
Dude.
In the last Star Wars they made.
It kind of gave off that, like,
Avengers vibe where all the heroes showed up. Yeah. I don't know why Transformers are here, but...
Did you know, since we're talking about big companies and everything, did you know that they're making a Matrix 4?
Yeah. I've seen some of the set photos.
That's crazy, right?
I don't know where they're going to go with it.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he died in the last one, but they're going to make him come right back as like a digital program or something.
Well, I mean, what would that dude say? Like, he's like, this is like the 1 millionth time you came here and failed.
Yeah, he always comes back, so maybe he's getting replaced. There's a new Neo in town.
And his name's John Wicks.
He all takes his mask off. Yo, what if they just fucking just straight like they just like play the biggest joke on us all, and they're like, yeah, it's Matrix 4, and you go to watch it, and he's like what you just said, the new character in town, right? He goes to take his mask off, and it's just him, but it's John Wick. Yo, that'd be so dope. I'm down for that Matrix movie.
And then at the end, he takes it off. He's like, "It's me from fucking Bill and Ted."
Bro, that's
with the CGI'd fucking young Keanu.
That's hella funny. He breaks like every wall.
And when he falls on the ground, he's like,
I think now I'm the meme from, what is it? The bus scene.
If this goes under 50 miles per hour,
we're all dead. Everybody's like, what the fuck?
So unrealistic. You just crash in like the first like 2 minutes, dude. In a bus, yeah.
Dude, that movie's great. That's a classic.
Coming to America 2 with Eddie Murphy.
Dude, yeah.
I wonder if they're going to bring back Dan Aykroyd.
Got it. I definitely want to watch that. Because that's on Amazon Prime. But they spent a ridiculous amount of money on that movie.
That's Eddie Murphy. You mean you have to spend a ridiculous amount of money to get him, bro?
That's damn true. I mean, that's damn true. He's top caliber of everything. Dude, yeah. Are you gonna check it out? It's gonna be on Amazon Prime.
Is it?
That's what they.
So it's gonna be one of the straight twos. Well, I guess Amazon. Now they have to really if they want to make money.
Yeah, but when you buy it, I think you can only buy the rental for like the lower.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You'll buy the downloaded copy later.
I got you. This is one movie I wanted to bring up with you though. That's gonna come out this year. It's Who can make the sunrise? The Candyman can. The Candyman can. The Candyman can.
I'm so stoked to see what they do with that because, let's be real, Hollywood does not have a good history of remaking Candyman. I mean, remaking horror movies. Yeah. Horror movies. Sorry, I meant to say horror movies. But Candyman is one of my favorite.
Who knows? You might have just predicted the future. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I love that movie. All three. I think there's 3 of them. 3 of the Candymans. That actor in the original, like, nailed that role. Like, he was so. When I seen that dude, I was like, yo, this is Candyman? Like, that's all I thought. Candyman? Like, oh, I'm dead.
You don't want that Candyman.
You know what? Nah, dude, he will fuck you up. But that, oh my god, that movie was all those movies were so dope. But even if they were a little corny and outdated now, I still like them. So
yeah,
the new one, it might be a little corny, but I'll still rock it. I'll watch it the first time.
So what's funny is I'll try to find the episode that we did it, but we talked about in one of the earlier episodes, we talked about people we'd want to see in Mortal Kombat movies, just like regardless of wherever. You said that was one of those. You said, yeah.
Dude, that's so dope. Yeah, we're good at that. We've done that. We predicted Game of the Years. Like,
right.
I think once or twice we've done that. And then we always name characters that end up showing up and stuff.
Dude.
And then TV shows. There's been a couple times where we've talked and we've been like, that's going to end a certain way, or that movie we predicted hella easily.
And then there's something else I'm going to bring up later that we've actually talked about that's getting more popular now. But with the Candyman, real quick, I might have good news for you. I don't know if you like him or not. Jordan Peele is going to be directing it.
Oh, that might be really good.
Yeah. So what's hilarious, too...
He kills it with his, like, diversity and being able to... The diversity of how he... manipulates the camera and his actors, like, damn, dude, like, top notch, like.
So,
not for everybody, but dope.
You seen Us and Get Out, right?
Well, yeah,
both of his movies. Yeah, so I feel like I just watched them recently with my girlfriend, funny enough, and I just read up. I was like, oh shit, he's the one directing it. I feel like with Get Out, I feel he was more. Okay, so he's trying to like get more of a message out, like more. He was trying to like with Get Out, he's trying to like. Be like, this is how
with Get Out, you're saying,
with black people and white people, or like black people in American society, I should say, African Americans in American society, and it was more. I think I kind of felt like more of an art film when I watched that, because I've only watched it. I watched it twice when it first came. Like it came out, I watched it in theaters, and I watched it again when it came out on DVD. Never paid mind to it, but watching it like recently, I'm just like, wow. It's really, it kind of feels like an art film, kind of like.
I like that movie a lot.
It's a good one.
That's another one that I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like this a lot. You know, that guy from the sketch show, kind of idea. And like, I watched it and I was like, yo, this dude loves making movies. Like, it's pretty dope.
He definitely is a step above a lot of other things because he's very funny. He's a very funny comedian and stuff. But yeah, I feel like with Candyman, this is gonna be like kind of a staple to be like, okay, you got one hit, you got 2 hits. Like, what are you gonna do with this? Are you gonna try to like? I want to see what he does with it to be like, are you a legit horror actor?
So
or did you kind of like?
I want to predict a couple things.
Let's see it or hear it.
I think we're gonna see in the movie. I think we're gonna see the bees a lot more in his version, because let's be real, being covered in bees is fucking an idea to anybody that would be like, whoa, that's kind of next level. Maybe not terrifying to all, but still kind of creepy, crawly, on edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a bunch of things. If they stung you all simultaneously,
dude,
fuck.
I've been fucking attacked by a bee's nest. It sucks.
Dude, I've been stung once in the throat and it felt pretty good.
Oh yeah, it sucks, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't feel nice. But so I have a prediction that he's gonna take that aspect of it and go really hardcore on like the horror element of like this guy with the bees and coming out of the drains, and maybe like I see this movie. I feel like for him is probably gonna make itself, because it's such an easy like he can go a bunch of ways.
Yeah,
you know?
Can't go wrong with it, especially with something as original as Get Out and Us.
Dude, Us was like. When I watched Get Out, I loved it, and that's what made me, I think, watch Us. When I watched Us, I was like, what the fuck is this? This is crazy.
It's fucking crazy, dude. It's a really good movie.
Dude, you liked it?
Oh, dude, we saw it. Me and my girlfriend saw it in theaters, and fucking we loved it. And what's hilarious is like, we literally like a month after we saw that movie, like not even like a week after we saw the movie, we already had plans to go to Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
And that's where the movie, like, what it starts off with. They're on the Santa Cruz boardwalk.
Oh, yeah,
and so we were like hella walking around like, oh, yeah, like, this is where this happened.
You're lucky that it wasn't like you turn left and there's that little fucking mirror house.
It's all me.
Yeah. It's just a creepier version of you, dude. Fucking.
So,
that movie was
rewatching
nuts.
it, though. So I think this is another, like, prediction. I think he's going to probably make it so you have to rewatch the Candyman twice. He's one of those ones you have to watch it 2 or 3, maybe even 4 times.
You're right, because Get Out, I liked it the first time. I didn't think I was going to because I didn't know what it was about. I just turned it on.
Oh, dude.
But the second time I watched Get Out, I was like you said, I was like, this feels like the best of any independent movie you can watch. Like, and the best way, you know? Us was just like, when they released the... Maybe we shouldn't spoil it, but...
Spoilers.
But when they give the final climax at the end, dude, every time I've seen it, I've been like, dude,
yeah, dude,
like,
it's a good insane, thought. Dude. It's a good bait and switch, fucking like,
good terminology for that.
So I want to say it's perfect. It's definitely not perfect. You could definitely poke holes in it.
It is so good that you don't want to.
A suspense, thriller, horror, like kind of genre. Yeah, that's honestly as close as you can get to getting perfect. Is that?
Yeah, dude.
There's a few things here and there.
I was super stoked about it when it first came out, and I loved
That's another
it.
one. That's another one.
And that one tops it for me. Oh yeah. And I loved it.
Whoa.
I loved it.
I think it won for me. I think it was a little step above.
Okay, well,
it too was a little.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was kind of like combining it 1 and 2, and like. The idea, but it sucks because I remember we had this conversation already, and I remember a scene in it too that I don't like that you liked, and so like it's kind of like
which one?
Remember the donut scene with the donut scene, the lumberjack scene?
Oh yeah.
I don't like that scene. Yeah. It's like hella. To me, it was bad, but you liked it. But that's neither of us is right or wrong or anything. It's just how we feel. However, when It came out, and I learned about that actor's Bill Skarsgård or whatever.
Skarsgård, whatever.
I think it's Bill.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of that in that.
His
family.
dad's in the original Thor movie.
Yeah, and he's
he's super famous. He's a super famous actor. He was in Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, he's the guy pissing in the wind.
Yeah.
And he gets his arm bit off.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He gets fucked up.
Another classic.
They're all really good actors, but I really liked it, but like to me, it is more a horror film. To me, Us is more the thriller horror
exactly.
Era. And like you said, damn near perfect at that.
When's the last time you watched a movie? Yeah, like when's the last time you watched a movie where somebody's breaking into your house and you're scared? Because there's movies.
Oh, dude, I don't ever get scared at those movies.
Exactly. So that one kind of made you.
I don't ever get, but that one was. I watched it with a friend of mine, and me and her both were like, "Holy shit, this is like really good." Like.
Yeah. That. So with him, like Jordan Peele being a like director and doing all that stuff, like, what I like though at the end of it, like how they set everything up and all the little Easter eggs and all the like stuff you like.
The way everything unfolds for me. Yeah. What you're talking about, yeah.
And then the way, like, the way so spoilers, obviously, we said this before, but when she kills the real person, like the clone kills the real person, I was like, oh shit, she remembers because she attacked her from the bed that she locked her up on. Like, I think what she was going to try to do was the real girl's going to kill the clone and then have her lay down on the bed that she, you know what I mean?
But
that she originally locked her up in.
In that movie, though, so to clarify, don't the original and the clone switch in the very beginning? And so the original is the one that is crazy is actually the original.
Yeah.
That's the mind fuck of how brilliant that is.
But it makes sense too because she's the only person that could talk.
Definitely put a spoiler alert for people.
Not all of them. None of them can talk.
I know. Yeah, so she could. Yeah, that was dude, you're so right. I forgot about that part.
And then
dude. That is such good writing.
And you remember how she was like these in the very beginning. You don't even realize it, but in the very beginning, she's like these legs. She's like you should have kept on dancing. She's like these legs capped at 14, and that means in the girl in the underworld or whatever, she was dancing too, and it showed the girl in the underworld dancing bad, but in reality, it was flipped.
Yeah.
The girl in the underground was dancing so underground. The real girl was dancing really good. That's why all the clones thought she was good, and then on top,
she was horrible.
Yeah,
she was horrible. But we got.
But it's like when you watch it the first time, you don't notice that.
Yeah, you're so right, dude. Oh, I did. Dude, there's so many elements of that movie that I loved. The aspect that they so blended, like they did so well of showing if roles are reversed for a person with like a malleable enough mind, like a mind ready to be molded, right? Yo, it doesn't matter. They're both gonna blend in.
Yeah.
And it really is like when you see those two characters come, there are moments when they tease at you like, hey, by the way, the one you've been rooting for, you might be wrong about. And like
Candyman thing, I have a little theory because he had in Get Out, he had that little nerdy TSA guy, little friend, with the glasses.
Yeah.
And then in Us, the husband who wore glasses. I feel like if he does somebody who's like a little kind of like a fat or like chubby nerdy dude that wears glasses, that he portrays a little of himself into those characters.
He's like, this comes natural. Yeah, I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it. I'm not gonna hate on it because I'm a big horror fan. I love especially the old school cornier movies that were kind of corny. And Candyman's one of the best horror movies of all time. So I can't wait to watch his incarnation of it, so to speak.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely bring some life to it and hopefully some originality.
Yo, it'd be dope if you got it and he just killed it and they were like, we want another one, and we gotta just see his.
Yeah, my bad. I've been watching hella Key and Peele on HBO Max actually, and I was just thinking of some of this shit. It's just like, it's funny how somebody that stupid and goofy could actually make something
serious.
Yeah,
like Bone Thugs and Homeless.
Somebody's pooping
we're pooping in an alleyway. Pooping in an alleyway. Yeah.
Can somebody spare a bone?
Yeah, that's right. Can somebody please spare a bone? Yeah, that's right. This shit was so funny. I wonder if that like hella pissed them off.
Probably, dude. They probably were trying to sue and everything.
It was so good though.
Poop in every alleyway.
And like all of them would follow too. One of them would say it and the next would come up, pooping in an alleyway. Bone, pooping on a bone.
Can somebody spare a bone?
That was perfect.
So we were talking about HBO Max and Disney Plus, and
now lay down.
What's up with all these fucking streaming sites coming out, dude? I know I've been saying this for a while, but now it's really true.
Now it's like musicians are starting their own music streaming sites, and I'm like, I don't know how good of an idea this is. Like,
it really, and then all of them, like everybody's trying to have their own originals.
So in his defense, Johnny Depp's like uber famous, and like that guy, as crazy as he probably is, the fame didn't help. You know, his mind state. I'm positive of it.
Yeah, dude, that fool's crazy. I can't even fucking imagine the things he's done in his lifetime.
A lot of women and drugs and directors.
Yep.
He had to blow a few directors to become that Batman.
Imagine him as Batman. I'm Bruce Wayne. Tumbling around as Batman and shit.
Do I have wine?
Yeah, he fucking banked out. I guess Pirates of the Caribbean like helped him fucking
buy another fucking island, I'm sure. The guy has too much money.
Yeah, dude.
It's too much money. If he's not doing anything with it to change the world, it's too much money. Even if he has a charity, it's not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah, you're that famous, you could give all your money away and make it right back.
Like
that's how famous you are.
Like Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, but he'll never do that.
Dude, somebody did the math and they were like, he could pay. It was like
he Go on. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it was something. It was something. You probably heard it too, because it was something along the lines that he could pay everybody like $100,000 every single
for in the United States.
And then they were like, he still wouldn't lose. Like, he would only lose like 10% of his money.
Yeah, because he would still be making, what was it? How much was his ratio down a day based on stock trading? Wasn't it like
probably like in the hundreds of millions?
It was like it was in the, but based on he makes like $1 million the fastest.
Jeez.
That's like there was a rapper recently that came up and they were like, I made $1 million today in 15 minutes, and it was because of the way their licensing and everything worked out. Yeah. And he wasn't bullshitting. He probably did, bro. Like, that's crazy. But Jeff Bezos makes that look like nothing.
Dude, when his wife divorced him like 3 years ago, she became the richest woman. She became like the top. Yeah.
Just based on half.
Yeah. Just from taking half his money.
Crazy. She's probably spent more than she's already made.
Probably.
She probably doesn't do anything. She's just like, mojitos all day.
I know, right?
And I order things off Amazon as fuckies and report them lost.
Got fucking boy toys and all that shit.
Yeah, she probably...
From like fucking
dude,
Italy and shit.
Dude, she definitely isn't ordering shit off Amazon, though. What am I talking about? You're right. She's ordering like shit from other countries.
He's all sending like the companies. If you guys get this name or address, immediately send it to me so I could personally send it myself.
I just had when you said that, and like that whole thing is so good because it's like you imagine that fucking rich son of a bitch being so bitter that he's the type of man that would just like go through his ex's mail and shit, like her Amazon packages, and when like he finds out that she's like dating like a dildo she bought off his website, he just sends her constant empty boxes, just constantly. Like, dude, that guy seems like he'd be so rich that he'd do little filthy bitter shit like that.
He could. Why not? He wouldn't even have to do it. He would just have like. He's like, I'll pay you $100,000 to do this and never work for Amazon again. I'm just kidding.
You want to divorce me? Here's $6 billion to talk about what I did to you last night. Yeah, those guys, dude. That's what makes it so alarming with the whatchamacallit. What was the dude's name? The super rich dude who was doing all the sex trafficking. I don't have
Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, I knew it started with a J. Jeffrey Epstein, when he named off all the people with that list, it was like there was a lot of celebrities on there. So when I think about like Jeff Bezos, that for me, I'm not saying that's what happens. I'm just saying, or what he is. But like when I see that man makes that much money, I'm like, I hope he has something big planned for the future other than I'm about to buy all of America.
Right.
Like, you know, like, I hope it's something real. Like, it's like...
What would happen if you just died? I just, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you just fucking died in a plane crash or, like...
Or he's Amazon and he does what Disney did and they just freeze his head and put it on the body of Mickey Mouse.
Just upload his consciousness to a fucking robot.
Johnny Depp. Give him the Johnny Depp, the transcendence.
Whoa. That was kind of loud.
It was a motorcycle.
Did we talk about Dexter yet?
No.
Okay. So you know Dexter. You've obviously watched. Yeah, you've seen everything. I looked up the info, dude, and I don't know if they're remaking season 8 or making a season 9.
Okay. Wait, why are you? I'm curious. Like,
because
you must have looked this up recently, so I'm curious.
I kind of did look it up, but I didn't really see much because I looked up and they're saying. So what the information out there is there's definitely something in the works, but I can't confirm if it's season 8 remake or season 9.
So my understanding of it, and I'll make it real quick. My understanding of it, because I had that same question because other people were like, "Oh, Dexter's getting remade or getting made," and I was like, "Is it getting made or remade?" That's my problem. And so what I looked up was the people who made that show, including Dexter, Michael C. Hall, had gone on record multiple times during interviews to express how much they did not like season 8.
Yeah.
They hated how it ended. They thought it was ridiculous. He had expressed that a couple times in a few interviews about how much he didn't like it. The guys who made it didn't like it. It was kind of like a forced hand thing. And so for this new season, from what I heard from like just reading. I said I heard what I read, like just on the internet and stuff, based on like sources that were saying that, like it sounded like it was a confirmed thing based on there. And I'm not saying they used words like this is probably going to happen. I mean, it sounded like they were saying, when I recollect the situation, this is what the guy who made it was saying. This is the next direction.
Okay.
From what they were saying was it is season 9, right? Technically, but they're trying to fix season 8.
Okay.
Because they are all disappointed with the way it ended, and they're trying to bring it right by the fans. So they get one season. It's a limited series, so technically it's a comeback as a limited series. So you're gonna get this one season, and their goal is to, like, how I'm hearing it, is to win us over after that shit show that was season 8.
Because I just recently we watched all of it, and I'm on season 8 right now. I'm like on the second episode.
Yeah. Season 8's like the worst season. Dude, season 1 through 5 is like amazing. Like, season 1 through 5, I bet you can agree. Season 1 through 5 is incredible. Dude, 6, you get super excited on episodes, and then you lose interest. And you get super excited because 6 is the Doomsday Killer, right? Yeah. Yeah. Dude, but once it gets to 7 or 8, it's like, it's out the window. And then, like, there's moments where you're like, yo, that was lit. Like, there's a moment in 7 or 8 where he fucks somebody. I think it's 7, where he, like, you see him actually use his, like, hand-to-hand combat for
dude, he does that a few times.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Because it was a change-up. I won't ruin anything for 8 because you're rewatching. Even if you've seen it before, I want to, like, refresh your memory too much so that it ruins it. But 8 for me was exactly... It's nice. What I'm trying to say is it's basically hella nice that they actually are going back and being like, yo, 8 is still counting. We're just doing season 9, and we're trying to make up for it. So I think that's where the confusion is coming from.
Yeah,
because they use that kind of explanation.
Because honestly, I've told you this before. I'm one of the few people that actually like the way they ended it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
I'm sitting there and it zooms out and
and then it does like the whole thing like, am I Dexter?
Yeah.
And then that's it, like everything.
Like, am I Dexter or am I Morgan?
Oh no.
Oh no.
They found out about me. Now I think I'm gonna have to put him on my table.
Yep.
But how? And it's like it's always like that. Like.
Yep.
He's like, oh.
And then that music. Dun, dun, dun,
oh no, it's dead. Better go check on her.
You know what's dope though is they pulled that shit off like a beast. That show is like easily one of my favorites of all time.
It's very hard to get somebody who's a freaking serial killer and make him likable,
lovable.
Yeah.
Like you want him to kill everybody. Yeah. It's horrible that's American culture, but goddamn, that's actually a book, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Darkly Dreaming Dexter.
Yeah, dude,
it's hella
I'm glad
dope.
you brought
it's
that
a
up.
series. Yeah, it was. When I first watched that show,
I forget what the dude's name is, but I know his last name for sure is Lindsay.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is him on screen.
He comes out. Hi guys. So in this interview,
I wonder how he feels about the whole thing.
Well, I think he's one of the people that was disappointed in 8. So 8 got a lot of like backlash, man. Like even if like you speaking from a place of liking it, there's things I liked about it too.
Yeah.
But like there's a lot of stuff in 8 and in 7 and in 6. With 7 and 6, you'll agree where it's like, oh, were you guys suffering from writer's fatigue?
Probably,
you know? But then again, I'm one of those few people that also didn't like the end of Breaking Bad. I didn't like it, and a lot of people did like it.
Yeah,
rightfully so. Because
it's kind of the same ending. Like I guess in a way though, like Dexter wasn't able to right all his wrongs, or at least he wasn't able to redeem himself at all.
No, dude, he didn't redeem himself. He made everything worse by giving away his kid to a serial killer.
A serial poisonous.
Yeah, a serial poisonous.
I've been watching it, so.
He's like, bro, he literally did that. He was like, hey, I don't have anybody to leave my baby to except maybe like my sister and like maybe da-da-da.
And then she's like, okay, I'll do it.
And he's like, and guess what? You got to feed him this formula, not that formula. You feed him this formula. every day. I'm gonna go in this play in this hurricane. I'll see you later. Like the
and then Deb dies and
like the I don't know. Sometimes enders for these shows tend to like fall really short. I don't know if you ever watched the Hannibal TV show.
No.
Very good. The series, the Hannibal series, really good. But watch the end of it, and you'll go, they got canceled. Like, you can watch, because it's like you're probably never gonna watch it. I'm guessing.
Hannibal? No, probably not.
Okay, so at the end, for some reason, Hannibal and the lead detective jump off a cliff together. They literally hug each other, and it's like it's a very like, are they in love moment? And they look deep in each other's eyes, and they go, and it ends. I'm not lying to you. They jump off a cliff together. That's how that fucking that show ends.
And you're like, yeah, this is how I wanted it to end.
Yeah, this is how I wanted. No, it was canceled. They got the news that it was over, and they just
kind of rushed it.
Fuck you, and they just did it. Yeah, and it was like, why did they jump off the cliff together? This makes no sense. One of them is a psycho, and one of them is a cop.
Right?
Like, what is going on? Anyways,
for Dexter, real quick, what do you think is like one of the top seasons? I don't know if you've seen it. I know you probably haven't seen it in a while, but from you remember, because there was the
for me, my favorite seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, I can already know for sure. The first one with his brother, the Ice Pick Killer, is like the best. Like, in my opinion, like has the best like character development between characters, and
that's how they got you hooked.
What?
That's how they got you hooked.
Yeah, they ice picked you. And then I would have to say season 4 with John.
Trinity.
Trinity Killer. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, the one who kills.
That's definitely my that's number one for me.
That's my favorite. It's got to be. When I say those two, I can't tell you which one's 1 or 2 for me, because I'm like, those 2 seasons, number 1 and number 4, are like mirrors of each other. They're so damn good.
Yeah. Yeah, Dexter's pretty dope. I am excited to see what they're gonna do. And
so am I. And I don't care, to be honest. I think you maybe feel the same way when I say this, that I'm just excited to get more Dexter, bro. Yeah. I don't really care the result. Yeah. Even if it's Garbo, I'm going to be like, well, I got what I was asked. I've been wanting it forever.
I just hope it's not like what Breaking Bad did. And
brought back El Camino.
And then everybody's like, there was like characters that were hella fat. They're supposed to be like flashbacks.
You're talking about El Camino and shit? Yeah, that shit was so garbage, dog. I was so mad when I watched that. Like, I watched El Camino and just was like, yo, you're right. Dude, Jesse's all like, you can tell he's eating really well.
It was that one dude that captured him. The dude was like, oh, Mr. White. Hey, Mr. White. That dude, he fucking...
he was so fat, bro. He was so fat. He'd been eating.
I don't know what happened to me overnight, Jesse.
Oh shit, dude! I love it, dude. He's like, just the other day I was really young.
I aged 10 years overnight, Jesse. What happened?
It's like we're watching like an episode of What's His Face's Twilight Zone. It's like he wrote this.
One day he woke up and he was fat. Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
He was old and fat. Nobody cared about Jesse anymore. Or the kid who kept him hostage.
What happened to me, Jesse? I had a promising career, Jesse.
That's actually a really good impression. Because he really said, what happened to me, Jesse?
Like...
he would always say that to Jesse. What happened to you, Jesse? You used to be really good at this, Jesse.
Okay, so I guess to finish this off real quick, new games, Resident Evil 7, we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
We got Little Nightmares 2. I don't know if you played that first one.
I think isn't that on...
It's on Xbox.
Gold, right?
If it is, download it.
I think I have that downloaded, isn't it?
If it is, okay, so if you have it, look up the release date for Little Nightmares 2. Play it like the week before it comes out. You'll get tons. I'll guarantee you'll get more streams.
Oh, dude, I'll do that.
Because usually that's like the thing people like for the second game.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, people go back to
if
see
you
if
want,
like
dude.
the new game.
If you want, I could show you the lore and everything. Like that game is fucking dope.
Is it dope?
It's
I'm gonna check it out, bro.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be one of the biggest indie games of the year for sure. Predictions, hot takes.
Oh, I like that. A prediction, yeah. You need to, every time we do a prediction, you need to get like a big stamp that says in red letters prediction and then make that sound. Boom! Prediction.
He's like, oh shit.
No, not again, Pa.
What was that from Billy Madison? No, Daddy, no.
Yeah, no, Daddy, no.
I remember as a kid, I see that and laughed hella hard because as like an 8-year-old, it made me like fucking.
You're like, I relate.
Scream out loud like a 30-year-old man.
That's how South Park was for me. It would make me laugh so hard. The movie, bro.
Oh man.
Uncle fucker, I was so immature,
dude,
bro.
Hell yeah, was a lazy motherfucker. I don't know.
Yeah, you're a boner biting uncle fucker, something like that.
I remember people would sing that song perfectly at school. I was like, oh my god, how'd you know the whole thing?
They had no lives.
We talked a little bit. What about Mass Effect?
Oh, I didn't end up playing more of it other than the first 2 streams I did, but I liked it.
Did you play Andromeda?
Yeah.
And what else did you play? Mass Effect 3 or Mass Effect 2?
I think 3 would have been the last one I played before it. I think.
Okay.
Because it would have been a while back on 360.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so 360. Yes. Yeah, then that sounds right.
Like right before the Xbox One, a couple years before the one dropped. Yeah, that would have been
the last one that I played, and I actually played more of that one. But Andromeda was dope. I liked it. I didn't have any complaints. I just stopped playing it because, like, but otherwise, like, there's only been like 2 games that I've been like, oh, I only played that because I wanted to play it, and it was Streets of Rogue and then Terminator,
which is actually a pretty good game, dude.
You played it?
No, I haven't played it, but I remember seeing gameplay and everything.
Play it, dude. That game's fucking fun, dude. And I figured out a glitch so you don't ever have to restart when you die. So, like, you can always go right back. Like,
what?
Dude, it's hella lame. You go through level, and there's a lot of levels. No matter what, when you die on a level and you go back to base or go back to home, at least on my version that I have installed, I can't restart the game back on that level. I have to restart all the levels.
Oh, my God.
They have a bunch of different characters. Each levels are different for all these characters because they all have different specialties. Like the werewolf man can
werewolf man.
Dude, there's a gorilla and nobody will talk to him, but he's like brutally strong and like bananas give him extra health.
What?
Cops can arrest anybody on sight.
This is a Terminator game?
This is the Streets of Rogue game.
Oh, okay, my bad. I was like, wait a second, this is Terminator.
Yeah, you're like, this sounds lit.
Bananas and
no.
monkeys and cops and Terminators?
No, Streets of Rogue, but like...
Okay, my bad.
That game was dope, but what I figured out, and I've shared it on the stream before, when you die on a level, especially when you get really far and you don't want to restart, again, because on mine it won't let me restart, or like the saves are weird, or I don't know why they did it the way they did it, but if you, right when you die, it comes up and goes, go back to base or pick a character, just exit the game using the home button and then restart it, and the resume game will start you right back at the point where the level where you died originally. Every time.
Oh, this is a game I've been playing called, it's free on Game Pass, called Star Renegades.
That sounds familiar.
It's a fucking dope-ass game, dude. It's kind of more of like an RPG, like your turn, my turn.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Turn-based.
Yeah. So that might turn some people off.
Should I check it out? Should I?
I think you should check it out. Yeah,
you might.
It looks beautiful. Like whoever animated because it's pixel art, and whoever like did the animate, like it's like all like hand drawn. You know what I mean? Like
that's badass.
So not hand drawn, but like you could tell like the animation.
Put some love. Yeah.
There's an animation in the beginning that's definitely hand drawn, but the whole thing is like all pixel art. But you could definitely tell a lot of love was put into that game.
That's so cool, dude. I'm gonna check it out.
But yeah, dude. So we talked about this earlier. I just want to talk about this real quick too. Physical copies of games. Are they gonna disappear? Are they?
100% for sure. In the next 5 years, we're gonna see the next gen of the new gen come out. You know how they do that?
Yeah.
Right. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I'm assuming where Xbox One comes out, then the Xbox Slim comes out. Xbox One Slim. Then the Xbox Elite one comes out. You know, they always do this cycle where they improve on the console. I think the next improvement is to say goodbye to CD catalogs.
Physical copies and everything?
Physical copies, yeah.
Oof, that's hard, dude. I think that's a really tough one.
I'm glad that I got out of it with this console, with Xbox One. At the beginning, like, I only ever bought way too many games, but I learned right away when I first sold some to make some money for rent one time.
They're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this is hella lame that they don't let you keep the digital copy, but also I was realizing that, oh, dude, these CDs thing, like, these stores like GameStop aren't going to be around.
Yeah, they're going to, yeah. It's funny how they claim themselves as essential, too, when the pandemic happened.
Nobody need to be playing Halo or GTA blowing people's heads off during this.
But
they need to be doing some push-ups.
I'm actually going to bring a little different argument. I actually do like physical copies, and I do like having the games and everything.
Them, don't get me wrong, but I just think I think they're outdated.
They're going to be obsolete pretty soon.
Don't you think people like the floppy drive?
No. I
never heard such a solid argument.
What I do miss, though, what they used to do is when you bought a game, you'd get like a user guide, like a whole, like, all these little extra stuff you'd get, you know what I mean? Yeah. You'd open the box in the game.
You get the map of the game.
Yeah.
I miss that stuff, a poster usually.
Yeah, like a whole manual about every, like, little, like, not every, but like a pretty detailed.
Controls, yeah,
that you would have to. Stuff. And they don't do that anymore, and they stopped doing that around 360 and PS3 times.
Same time when people stopped buying CDs and started streaming music. Right when the 360s and the PS3s came out.
But guess what, Josh?
I'm right.
The record player's coming back. People are buying records now.
People buy vinyl more than they buy CDs now.
Yeah.
That's a crazy statistic.
So what if that happens in, like, when we're by the time we're like 80? I want to
make this a vinyl.
What if by the time we're 80, all the fucking the 12-year-olds and 10, 15, 20-year-olds are all like, we want CDs. Yeah, CDs are cool now.
You know what? No, dude, you're right. It repeats itself
like
in an absurd way. Like, it's like...
And then fashion trends start, like, the stupidest ways, too.
Dude, I'm telling you, shoes from now look just like they did in the 70s.
Dude.
Everybody just loves, like, anything that's, like, that old-school Nike
Josh,
look.
Just look up fashion NBA of the last decade.
I don't want to.
And it's ridiculous.
It's intense. And then look at the price tags.
You talking about what shoes. You wear, like your whole brand was being loud?
Oh, yeah.
They were being loud.
No. Dude, these are like $10 socks. They make like fucking $100 socks. Like, that's $200. Their shoes were like $1,000 shoes.
Dude.
They were stepped up a level of...
yeah, dude. High fashion.
High fashion, like a level that I'm just like, I'm so glad I'll never know.
Do you remember that story of that one dude who's like a prison inmate and he got like hella fucking famous?
Yo, I told you not to talk about my damn grandpa. It's fucked up, dude. No, I don't.
No, he was a prison inmate and somebody was like, he has the perfect facial features, and like 3 years later, like 5 years later, he got released and then he became like one of the biggest models. But yeah, so physical copies, games obsolete, or those being obsolete. I will never, even if it does go obsolete, I think I would still enjoy the novelty of having CDs and games and all that stuff.
Yeah, I miss albums, bro. The same reason that people miss video game CDs.
Do you really think though, like, let's say 10, 15 years from now, there won't be any, not even like GameCube, like little disc?
Oh, no. I don't think like that. I just think that the new game companies will no longer provide discs. Everything will be digital. Dude, just think, let's be real for a second.
What if you can make your own disc?
Well, that's fine. But, I mean,
if they allow it. Yeah, like, don't sell it, motherfucker. I guess they could probably keep tracking 15.
But if you want to back your information up on that, no.
Right.
No, my thing is, like, I just see their perspective as being, yo, we no longer have to manufacture discs. It saves the company buku dollars. Like, if there's just no more disc, you just get a digital download. If a problem comes up, it's no longer a scratch.
True.
Like, so, like, I look at it like that, and I'm like, that's fine. Like,
I guess less landfill, too.
What'd you say?
Less landfill, like trash.
Yeah, less garbage, less cellophane everywhere, less... whole bunch of...
Okay, Mr. Gringo, Mr. Real Gringo, Mr. Green Guy. No, I'm just kidding. To Gringo to the whole new level. He's not. Yeah.
I just want to see the world not suffer, bro.
Hey, I mean, if you could speak anything like Hindi or Indian or whatever it is, then you're definitely not light, bro. I've been having too many lazy days, dude. The other day I watched like a season and a half of Dexter, and I was like, the fuck did I just do with my life?
I watched the entire Cobra Kai in one day, but I realized that.
But they're like half hour episodes.
But I also realized that I filled up like notebooks. I was sitting there, not songs. I was writing ideas down. I was writing like
dude,
I was jotting down brainstorming.
As long as you're.
I was staying busy while it was happening. I just wasn't being. I was being lazy.
All right, let's finish this off real quick with the would you rather's. Okay.
I have one that I heard on another podcast. I wonder if it'd be okay if I share with you.
Sure, yes. Oh my God, somebody else is bringing up. Yeah. Hell yes.
All right, so I heard this on another podcast, so I won't give a shout out to that podcast because it might be inappropriate. But to that podcast, I think it's pretty awesome because they do Would You Rather's also. Right?
I love it.
Yeah, but their fans come in and they provide the.
Oh, okay.
So one fan provided one. Would you rather be jerked off for the rest of your life by a hot woman with surgically attached man hands, or a man with surgically attached woman hands?
Definitely the woman.
Yeah, because you don't got regular hands, bro, right?
Well, I mean, even she could shave her hands and
who knows how to touch you better than a man?
Well, to be fair, they could shave the hands, and I've honestly seen a lot of women with man hands.
Just to, like,
Josh is like, let me step it up real quick.
Step it up a notch. They don't ever shave their hands, and they have hands of a lumberjack.
Oy.
Like they have calluses, and like when they grab it, it's like. Have you ever grabbed like one of your cousin, like a skinny friend's arm?
Have I grabbed my cousin's dicks?
You know, like have you ever grabbed like a skinny friend's arm that's younger than you, and you're like, I'm massive, like you could just break them in half, kind of thing, because they're just like a smaller friend, you know? Yeah, dude, it's like that.
Okay.
Yeah, she has. Those
I like
hands.
that whole explanation.
She has those hands, those man hands.
Oh, jeez.
Like your beard, that's what's on her knuckles.
You just like, made it 100 times worse.
Yeah, it's kind of like after she does it, the deed, you're a little sore.
Well, you know what?
Because when she spits, it's like sawdust.
I will go with the man hands, and then I'll have them get manicured and all this stuff, and do all this stuff, and make sure everything's perfect. So pretty much chisel them down to their girl hands. She's like, how does it feel to have your answers destroyed in front of you?
I like the possibilities.
It's been 54 episodes.
That's great. All right, go. My bad. I heard that one and I thought it was a funny one.
I mean, if it's a tough one.
It is a tough one because you're getting a pretty bad end of the deal of both ends.
It doesn't go good anyway.
I'm just gonna go with my sexuality and say I'll take the woman with man hands. Fuck it. You know what I mean? She still has a pussy at the end of the day.
Exactly.
That's how I'm feeling.
I mean,
right? That's the answer. Shit.
Not a lot of girls at our age give hand jobs anymore, anyway. So.
It's a shame. People enjoy it while it lasts.
It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, just beat me off while I watch the Avengers. What's going on here?
Come on.
Come on. Okay. That's funny.
All right, so you start getting chased by somebody, and they start hunting you, and you find out. Would you rather it be the Terminator or RoboCop?
Yo, 100% Terminator, because, like, I've outrun most of the cops in my life. Like, good. I'm not trying to do Terminator, bro. Like, you gotta be fucked up, dude. Like, I'll do RoboCop, bro. Like, I'll outrun him. Like, I got a skateboard and shit. Terminator's gonna fuck you up. Like, he's slow as, like, he's like Mike Myers.
I'd probably do the Terminator because that'd probably make me somebody important. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude.
Without knowing that knowledge, though, I think.
Yeah, that's true. You'd have to be like John Connor's brother, his like step Mexican brother.
Mexican brother. You had to pick an animal to be turned into. Would you rather be turned into a bear or a lion?
You know. I think because like I want to be a lion, but I don't like the heat very much. Like I don't like being in the sun and just like bathing all day. I I'd have to say a bear because I'd just be grubbing on people's food, bro. Like,
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
I'd be just shoving down like barbecues. I'd be going to people's barbecues like.
Yeah, dude. Fucking yeah, I'd definitely be a bear too.
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah,
that's
dude.
a good choice.
Yeah, dude. It's a bear's life, bro.
Okay. So you get annihilated, and the only way to save you is either to keep your head in a jar, Futurama style, or you download your brain into Windows, but how you see is just Windows XP.
Wait. Say it
Windows
again?
XP.
Say it again.
So, okay. You get obliterated, and all they could do is either save your head in a jar, perfectly preserved and everything, or
so like Futurama, yeah.
Or you're forever downloaded into a robot brain, and your only vision, and you could pull up like your other things, but it's
you
only
surf the web.
It's only Windows XP.
Shit. I think I'd rather have my brain in a jar with the aspirations, even if it never happened, that I might be able to get a body one day. Just even if it's unrealistic.
Yeah, I do the Futurama thing too. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I've seen some shit. They had some robotic bodies. So I have
Richard Nixon.
Yeah, I have one for you too that I was thinking about while you said it. The cure for COVID. Would you rather the cure for COVID be that every day you had to wake up and vape your own semen? Or you woke up every day and your girlfriend had to put her butt cheeks over your nose and just rip like a chili dog fart in your face? That's the
chili dog fart.
I was just rolling the dice.
That's a good description, but that's horrible.
It's wet.
That means yes.
It's sweaty. It's like a 90 degree rancho day. You guys are sleeping in your bathing suits.
As long as the vape didn't fucking destroy my lungs, I would vape my own semen.
You're like, I'm not trying to ruin my relationship, bro.
I'm not trying to have anybody's shit, but that's like constant pink eye for life.
Oh my god, I bring it up because there was really a guy in this video who vaped his own semen.
Oh.
Yeah, and I thought about it, and I was like, what if that was the cure for COVID?
Randy Marsh style.
Yeah, he's just...
So one more real quick. And I'll ask this. This is like generally for both of us. Would you rather fight your dad in his prime or yourself in your prime?
My dad. Myself in my prime would have killed me.
You think so?
Yeah, dude, I would have thrown me off the Rancho Bridge. Like, I would have definitely been like, you want to keep going?
I would say
You're like, myself?
Yeah. I'd actually, yeah, I don't think I'd be able to take my dad in his prime.
Yeah, my dad in his prime was a beast, too. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
That's a funny one.
Yeah, because me in my prime, I might have just went for the easiest, like, kill shot.
Yeah.
My dad in my prime, he was, like, huge. He might have, like...
Same with my dad.
Yeah,
my dad was
like, you know,
fucking around.
Grabbed your head and just, like... like the Hulk with the Hulk Buster.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the best kind of mechanic.
I'm gonna fuck your mom with fingers.
Yeah, all I have to do is push a button and all that just does it for you.
Oh my god, dude, it'd be so good. I'd hit up every bill collector. Go to sleep.
Oh man, well, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much, Josh.
Hell yeah,
fucking
brah.
really enjoy it. Really enjoy you having me out here. Fucking,
Hell
I know
yeah.
COVID's going pretty crazy and it's getting, but the vaccine's coming out there, so hopefully within the next few months before the summer, hopefully we could
and it's
start to
nice,
go back to life and normal.
It's nice that me and you, I brought this up last time, but it's nice that me and you are able to stay confined enough to where we're able to do these safely, even in a way that's like not as nearly as like bad as I've seen like people do, and they break precautions. And me and you, it's kind of like, it's really nice when we get together because I'm always like, we're good. Like, I think that me and him are playing things pretty safe to the button.
We try to keep things safe, especially.
I think it's most important away from here. We try to play it safe, like in our, not here, like outside in the world that we bring back. It's kind of like yo, we're
exactly. That's how it's more true than ever.
Yeah, I really think that's what really helps us. Even if like we get sick, God hope that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? But like, it's nice to know that here's like it's been like a safe area where we're like we kind of are like, oh yeah, we trust one another.
Exactly, man. But yeah, fucking shit's getting crazy. But 2021 still early.
Good, dude.
Still good, yeah. Got a long way to go. We're just starting out.
So I was supposed to stop drinking 3 weeks in, right? I was 3 weeks in. One last thing that I'm gonna bring up on my podcast too, because I actually want to it's a good message. But real quick, don't be afraid to fail. It's 2021. True. Do your thing. Like what we said earlier about that quote. You miss every shot you don't take.
100% of the shots you don't take, you miss. Yep. So you know what? Just put yourself out there. It's okay. Like you said, it's 2021. There's TikTok. There's all these crazy social medias. Whatever you want to do, do it. Go out there. Also, like this stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Do all that stuff. Do all the
Drop comments down below about what you want to see.
Exactly.
So we got to get better.
Exactly. So yeah, fucking first episode of the year in the books.
And thank you for coming out, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. All right.
Hell yeah.
Shnerdcast out.
Out.
Nerd.
Hey.